Today, we're making handmade orchette with Italian sausage and broccoli rabe. This fresh-made pasta recipe is sure to be a wow factor and surprise. This was a special request, so I of course had to make it. Whether you're making this for a romantic dinner or for fun, this recipe will not let you down. Being able to make fresh pasta is a great skill to have, and today I'll show you how. Let's get cooking. Pour out 450 grams of semola flour and create a well in the flour. We'll use this whole to add 225 grams of warm water. One serving uses about a quarter of the dough we're making, so scale this recipe appropriately. You can of course dry the pasta we make and save for later. We'll pour the warm water in the center, and using a fork, gradually mix the flour and water from the center outward. We're progressively getting all of our flour to be moist and really absorb that water by working it in. Eventually we can start to use our hands and knead it. This initial moisturizing and kneading should take about 15 minutes. We'll then wrap our dough in plastic wrap or aluminum foil if you don't have any. The purpose is to preserve the moisture and allow all the flour to really absorb that water throughout the dough. We'll let this rest at room temperature for 20 minutes. Then we'll knead our dough again for another 10 minutes. Wrap it up, and then let it sit wrapped at room temperature for 2 hours. We're now ready to make orchette. Cut off about 1 to 2 cm wide slice of the dough, then roll it out into a long, about 1 to 2 cm in diameter roll. Using a dull knife, cut about 1 cm long piece off the roll. Then with that same knife, glide the knife while applying a consistent pressure across the dough piece. You don't want to apply too much pressure such that the orchette is too thin, but you don't want to apply too little pressure such that you end up with a thick piece of pasta. This might take some practice, but really it's all about the consistency and getting a feel for how much pressure you should apply. We'll invert the piece on our thumb to give it that iconic ear shape and set it aside. Repeat this process for the remaining dough, or however many servings you'd like to make. We'll let this dry out in the freezer for about 25 minutes before cooking. This helps dry out the pasta so that it keeps its shape. Heat up some olive oil in a pan set to medium-high heat. Then add our garlic and Italian sausage. Set this pan aside as we cook our orchette. Once mostly cooked, we'll transfer it over to the pan and then blanch our broccoli rabe. Add the pan back and heat it up. Then add our cherry tomatoes and freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Add some pasta water as well, and give it all a good mix. Plate it, and boom, we have handmade orchette with Italian sausage and broccoli rabe. This tastes wonderful. The dish is full of color. Imagine cooking this up and enjoying it on a summer evening on the backyard deck or in a hot tub. So good, so addictive. You're gonna want to try this one. Here are the ingredients. Whether you've made pasta before or not, this is such a straightforward recipe, you're going to want to give it a try. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments below what your favorite pasta dish is.